come on. There's got to be a way out of this place. What the heck is that noise? Whoa. The heck? Chickens. It's better than being in here. Oh, sorry. Sorry, ladies. Didn't mean to upset your feeding. Oh, God. I recognize that swing. This is Joan and Doug's place. Like I'm not in enough trouble for trespassing already. Now I'm trespassing somewhere else. I gotta get out of here. An egg. Anyway, I have to get out of here. Just, where am I going to go? Oh. Hello and welcome to Just an Average Anonymous Chicken Coop. My name is Roy. I am a home cook and amateur baker, and I am here on this channel, typically, sharing recipes that have helped me to lose over 125 pounds, whether those recipes are mine or someone else's. Now today, I am not doing a recipe, although it could be something chicken or egg inspired, but no. Not today. This is a No Tag Tuesday, and the questions this week come from yours truly. But I had some issues going on, a lot of things happening in my life recently, so I had to just steal is the wrong word. I don't want to go back to jail. I borrowed some memes that I kept seeing in Facebook groups and on Instagram. You know, the memes where they ask you some silly question and ask you to put your answer down below. So I decided to just swipe those and compile them into a list and make my job a little bit easier this week. And I apologize, I'm wearing the same shirt that I was wearing in the last tag. I haven't shaved. I did manage to steal some of Doug's, the type of gel Doug uses to make my hair look presentable. But hopefully I will be home next week. All things go well. But for now, I'm hanging out with the chickens and we are doing a tag. So let us get started. Number 1, if you had to live as someone else for the rest of your life, living or dead, who would it be? Now, Paul and I actually went over these questions earlier because I sometimes can get a little lost in the question because I didn't think about it beforehand. So he suggested that we go over the question, so I had something ready. And I sat down and couldn't remember what I had chosen for this question or if I'd chosen anyone. But I did come up with, I think I'd like to be Stephen King. You all know probably by now that I want to be a writer. So to be able to sit there and be in his mind and write and do all of that, yeah, I think I would go with Stephen King. If I had somebody else in mind previously when I spoke to Paul, he'll probably remind me, but I don't remember. But I'm choosing Stephen King for the writing, and not a bad nest egg there. So number 2, what is something every junk drawer must have in order to be considered a proper junk drawer? The first 2 things that come to mind, and the first one Paul and I had simultaneously, is batteries and birthday candles. Seems like every time there's a junk drawer, that's what's in there, along with pens. but for me, it definitely has to be batteries and birthday candles. Number 3, pick any 2 pills. This is one of those memes, you get all those different pictures and it says you can only pick 2. That's what this one is. So I'm going to read the list and then give you my choices. A, look 15 years younger. B, read minds for 3 days. C, forget your ex. D, eat without gaining weight. E, add 5 centimeters, about 2 inches to your height. F, become super strong. G, have a lot of money. H, always feel happy. Or I, get millions of followers. So if I could only pick 2 of those, based on what the premise of my channel is, I am choosing eat without gaining weight. It's similar to a question we had last week from Adam and Andrew, Joan and Doug's sons, where you could eat all the food you wanted without gaining weight, or not work out and remain fit and healthy. So once again, I'm choosing eat without gaining weight. The second one, I do not need to add any more height. I'm 6'2", and I usually tower over most people, so I would not be adding any more height. Although, I do find a man that's taller than me very attractive. So, I don't want to make it harder. Anyway, the second choice would be G, have a lot of money. Those are the 2 pills I would be taking. To eat without gaining weight, and to have a lot of money. Number 4, name an older TV show that this generation has probably never heard of. I'm going to go with one that is really obscure, that maybe even some people in my generation don't remember, but it was called My Mother the Car. And it was Jerry Van Dyke, I believe, and his mother had died, and she spoke to him through the radio in his car. You can't make this stuff up. Well, you can, obviously, because someone did and sold it. I don't think it lasted very long, but I will find out and let you know here. But yeah, My Mother the Car, very strange concept. And I'm pretty sure no one in this current generation, maybe even the generation before this one, has ever heard of it. Number 5, using the first letter of your first name, name something that makes you happy. I guess I'll have to go with the premise of my channel, recipes. I love learning how to do new things, like with my editing. As some of you may have noticed, I've upped the ante a little bit lately. I don't know how long that's going to continue, because I only know so many tricks. So I may go back to plain Jane videos soon, but I do enjoy learning new things. So recipes won't make me happy, really happy. Reading used to, and I just have not been able to get into reading for the past few years. I don't know why. Let's see, R. And I said, Paul and I went over these questions. I don't remember what I said. Yeah, I'm going to go with recipes, especially baking recipes. I love learning different recipes, learning new things. So I'm going with recipes. 6, what tastes better, a little burnt? I am actually going to go, I know a lot of people might say hot dogs, but mine is actually hamburgers. I like when there's a little charcoal edge to it, not just the browning from the Maillard reaction that I usually talk about, but when there's a little hint of burnt flavor on there, a little crisp. I really like that in a hamburger. So now you know. Okay, number 7. This is one of those memes where it shows you like 4 items and you have to choose which one must go. A, donuts. B, ice cream. C, popcorn. Or D, potato chips. It would be popcorn. I love popcorn, but if I had to choose, like donuts and ice cream, I'm keeping no matter what. But potato chips and popcorn were the two. I was kind of neck and neck, but there's something about the crunch and saltiness of potato chips that I would go with that over popcorn. So popcorn, you're out of here. Number 8, your drag name is your grandmother's first name and the last sweet treat you ate. What is it? Nothing can compare to the drag name that I've told you I would do if I ever did drag, which is Bubbles LaDouche. But according to this, my drag name would be Marion Hand Pie. I'm not quite sure how I should take that, but that's what it would be. Although really, you all know, it's Bubbles LaDouche. Number 9, name a song you don't play at a wedding. I would have to say Breaking Up is Hard to Do. I don't remember who sang that. I'm going to have to find out and put that in here. But yeah, that's not a song you want to play in a wedding. Paul actually came up with Taps, which I guess is played during funerals. So yeah, no, either one of those. I don't think you should play them at a wedding. And number 10, if we only had standard stick shift cars, would you still be able to drive? I would not. I watched The Amazing Race all the time, and they were always going to other countries where that's what they typically have is a standard, and most people have difficulty. I did not learn to drive until I was 33 because I was petrified beforehand. And then finally I got to the point where people kept canceling on me and I was like, okay, I've got to get over this fear and just do it. So at 33, I took some driving lessons and I learned to drive. But I learned on automatic because I had enough worry in my head. I didn't need to try to figure out clutches and shifting and all that stuff. So I never learned how to drive standard, and if we had only those vehicles, I'd probably be staying home a lot more than I do, which is already a lot. Okay, that does it for my tag this week. That was pretty easy. I think nobody, not even Kim, should have any difficulties with this one. Okay, so that wraps up this week's No Tag Tuesday. Check down in the description box for the questions if you'd like to answer them yourself, and also the links to the other channels that typically do these tags. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate you giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet and you're looking for recipes that can help you on a weight loss journey. Hit the notification bell for the next time I upload any sort of video, and share any of my videos if you think there's someone out there who would be interested in the content. And comment down below with your responses to these questions. As I said, they are down in the description box, as is the links to my recipe blog if you're looking for any of my recipes, my Amazon storefront, my Built Bar rewards, my Fetch rewards, and my social media. Here's my Instagram handle, and there are 2 Facebook groups that I am part of. One is mine, Recipes with Roy, and the other one is Finding Our Way, WEIGH. And that one I co-admin with Jennifer Lynn from the Jennifer Lynn channel, as well as Bree Coleman from Balancing Life with Bree. So join us over there for lots of great tips, tricks, recipes, support, and people. Next week's questions, I believe, are coming from Edie over at Edie's Adventures. So I look forward to what she has, and I look forward to getting out of this hen house. So until next time, bye.